It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We're celebrating World Sleep Day on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And in sticking to the theme, our entertainment reporter Zoe Human brings us the must-see movies that you may have slept on over the past couple of years. We keep the puns, okay? We're going to keep them going because we clearly have not had enough sleep.
Never
Zoe,
enough
welcome.
sleep. Welcome. Hello, hello.
Okay, movies. I love movies. Sleep. I love sleep. Let's get into ones that we shouldn't have slept on.
Hopefully the ones that you're not going to fall asleep while watching.
While watching them.
Yes.
Get to the credits, guys.
And
It's hard
listen, I'm probably
sometimes.
thinking you're hearing the category sleep and you're thinking, okay, she's going to put Sleeping Beauty on this list.
No. Okay.
Boring.
Let's get into some good ones, though. I feel like I've maybe watched one or two of them.
One or two?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the first one and I'll let you
I
know.
have chosen movies that are a little bit older than the usual. They're about, the oldest one is 2008, and you might think, that's like the other day.
Yeah.
Girl, that was 17 years ago.
Oh, I could have had a child and a teenager.
I was a kid watching the DVDs. Okay, first up we have While You Were Sleeping with Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman. Have you watched this one?
I don't think I have. I do love some Sandra Bullock, though.
So it's a great rom-com, and I think it's a slept-on rom-com, if you will. So it follows Lucy, and she basically works at a train station. One day on Christmas, because she's an orphan and she has no one to go home to, she's working that day. The guy that she always sees coming to the station, he falls onto the train tracks, hits his head. She saves his life.
Oh, my
but now he's
goodness.
in a coma. So in this comatic state, she is in the hospital with him, looking after him because no one else is there.
Right.
And then she tells him, yeah, no, I'm his fiancé. Everything that ensues is a result of that action. So the family then rushes in and they're like, oh, she's the fiancé, but wait, what? Our son was in a...
Engaged?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they don't have such a close relationship that they understand. So she basically builds this lie. And there's a brother involved.
Oh, my
So she
goodness.
falls in love with the brother while he is in this coma. And this is sort of how the story unfolds. This is the brother. Bill Pullman is played by the brother. And it's such a cute story. So if you're looking for something to
Is
watch...
it cute or psycho? Because,
Listen.
wow.
Okay, originally, you know what? Meg Ryan was originally supposed to play this role.
Okay.
But she turned it down because nobody liked the script at the time because of the fact that it was originally supposed to be Lucy who fell into the coma. And people were like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yes.
Kind of like Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
Same reason. So yeah, that's
Okay.
film number one.
Okay, While You Were Sleeping. Sounds interesting. We love a rom-com, especially from the 90s. I think that they just did it right every time. What else do we have?
Yeah, we have our family movie. We have Bedtime Stories by Adam Sandler.
Aww.
So he is an uncle who reads these stories to his niece and nephew, and they're fantastical, and somehow they just start coming true.
Oh, I
And I
like
think it's a
that.
really cute movie to watch with your kids and family, so that's why it's added to the list. And guys, it's Adam Sandler.
I was going to say,
How
that's
can you
not
not?
just for the children, because Adam just knows how to write the best jokes, I think. He's
100%.
one of my favorites from back in the day, too, and he definitely knows how to do it right. Oh, Demi Moore's in this one, too.
Not Courtney Cox,
Courtney
man.
Cox.
Courtney Cox.
You know,
they look the same. It's okay. They're one of those actors that are always going to look similar. No, it's a really good cast.
Brilliant.
Guy Pearce, who was in The Brutalist, he's
Yeah.
also in here. So always a banging cast.
Okay.
Next up, not so much a family movie.
How do you say it?
So I say The Machinist.
The Machinist,
The
right?
Machinist.
And I heard so much about Christian Bale in this that he had to literally get into the role. He lost so much weight for
28
it, too.
kgs he lost for this role.
Crazy.
He took 4 months eating nothing but apples and smoking cigarettes, having 1 cup of coffee a day and nothing else.
Do not try this at home.
Apparently what he used to do to get into that psycho mindset, he would put headphones on his ears and no music would play. He would just sit there listening to what people said while having these headphones on his ears to get him into the head of a serial killer. Well, not serial killer, psycho. But basically it's a story about a man who hasn't slept in a year, and basically the paranoia and delusions that result from that not sleeping.
Wow.
It's a very interesting movie. I think you're going to like it, and I definitely enjoyed it when I checked it out.
Dr. Dale did warn us, without sleep, it's actually, you could die.
Listen,
So-
his variety as an
that.
actor. So this is him in American Hustle and him in another role in The Machinist. So the transitions this man will
Right,
go
the
through
commitment.
for a role is insane. It's impressive, and Christian Bale, all
Well
hats
done.
off to you, because I've been the same weight since I've been in grade 6 and I've been trying to lose, and it just doesn't happen.
So
So yeah,
here he
you've
is at the
seen
different,
102
the different
kgs. That's him in Vice at 102 kgs.
Wow, which one do you think looks the best?
Listen, I
I'm
love
going
his Batman
86.
era. His Batman era,
Yeah.
it's healthy, it's good for him.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, this was one of the worst roles to get into because of the process that he had to put his body through.
Oh, geez, Oscar worthy. Okay, that was
Oscar-worthy.
2004. In the same year, I'm telling you, one of my favorite movies of all time was released. I watch it on repeat, and it definitely is worth your time.
Yes, 100%. So I heard in a conversation last week where someone was saying they love Jim Carrey. He's always got such funny roles. And I was like, but my favorite role of Jim Carrey is his very serious role in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So he plays Joel. Him and Clementine, they're a couple that have this breakup. Clementine then decides that she's going to go through this process of erasing him from her memory.
Yeah.
So whole relationship just gone. And it's a beautiful story exploring what are you going to do at the end of a relationship. Is it better to have loved and lost than to have never have loved at all? And is it better to have that pain of that relationship or just forget it ever happened?
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful story. It's also one that inspired Ariana Grande's album, Eternal Sunshine. And listen, if Ariana loves it, then I think you should too. You should too.
Also, Jim Carrey, I mean, that's all you need to say.
He's a brilliant actor. It's a cult classic. There's other great actors in this as well, so it's a beautiful cast.
Oh, I love it. So, okay, let's get into Sleepless in Seattle. I think you
Our
mentioned Meg
last
Ryan.
one.
So
Yes,
let's talk
Meg
about it.
Ryan, Tom Hanks. It's a film about a widower. Widow.
Yeah, widower.
Widower.
Yes.
And his son calls into a radio station and says, hey, my dad really needs a companion following his mother's death. He stays up all night, you know, really. It's a beautiful story because the women that listen in on the show get absolutely hooked and start pursuing him like crazy. And Meg Ryan happens to be one of these women. And you've seen it.
I've seen it.
And it's a great
develops
classic.
From there.
Yeah, it's a
and that
beautiful
is throwing
story.
it back to 1993. And honestly, they were the top guys when it came to couples within that era of rom-coms. Just
Julia
the
Roberts.
chemistry between them too.
Julia Roberts originally turned down this role
No
because her
ways.
schedule didn't allow. But yeah.
No, this was meant for Meg Ryan.
No,
Like,
it's her
she
fault.
really...
Can you picture it with any other cast?
Absolutely not.
The
Sleepless
scene
in
at the top
Seattle.
of the Empire State Building.
Yes.
But,
A
it's
classic,
beautiful.
bro. Okay, so
those
gorgeous
are
5 movies for us to watch. Can I ask you which one is your favorite out of them?
Ooh, I'm gonna say Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah,
of the Spotless
I'll put it
Mind.
there.
You know?
It's just
What can I
so
say?
good. But if you're going to watch any of them, please do, from the children to your alone time to, you know, making time with your couples as well. Make sure that you get into the Celebrating World Sleep Day. Why not? And speaking about great times that lies ahead of us, we have to get into a wonderful performance by Killer G, Still Standing By. And this one definitely sounds like a lullaby, so it's perfectly on theme.